Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all know who this is. This your boy, Rob Thomas Jr., and this is the real news behind the news. Oh, yeah, man, today is something will turn out to be a beautiful Monday, October 16th, 2023. And real briefly, I want to give y'all some knowledge, some and point out to those people who are Johnny-come-lately going on in Israel. I had a couple of people. Y'all give me a second. Let me cut this Wi-Fi off. All right. I've had some people who have been real loyal supporters and followers of the real news behind news. I don't like to say followers because anybody that watches me is not a follower. You are actually a leader. If you like what I do at the real news behind news, believe it or not, you are a leader. You're not a follower. You're just looking for the truth. But I had a couple of people that tell me, they even went as far to tell me that they question my beliefs in God, all behind this situation between Israel and Palestine. But it's obvious these people don't know the history. Again, I'm going to say this, and I said this in every video I've done over the last 2 weeks. If you're thinking this situation in Israel and Palestine just started last weekend with the taking of hostages, with Hamas bombing Israel, you have no clue as to what is going on. Do y'all realize this started back in 1947? Do y'all realize that you got 2.1 million people who are basically held hostage in a concentration camp? Under the Geneva Convention, do you all realize, now I'm not justifying the violence of Hamas, but let me say something to this. Do y'all know who Hezbollah is? Do y'all know how this shit really finna turn out? Oh yeah, do y'all realize you got 2 American aircraft carriers parked in the Mediterranean Sea right now to further antagonize those people in Palestine? Do y'all realize what's happening right now? Israel told the Palestinians, y'all got so many hours to move out because we're fixing to come into Gaza and we finna tear everything down, not realizing that Hezbollah, Iran, Syria, Libya, and all these Saudi Arabia, all these other countries are going to get involved in this situation. Do you realize that right now, y'all talking this shit here in America? Do you realize how much your oil prices finna go up, your gas prices finna go up? Because the countries who are supporting the Palestinians control all your oil prices. Oh, y'all don't have no clue. Y'all don't even have a clue. Y'all thinking this shit just started last weekend. This has been going on. Do y'all realize what the Israelis are doing when they told the Palestinians, y'all got so many hours to move out of Gaza Strip? Guess what? They're trying to force 2.1 million people to leave that area so they can take over that land. And you all thinking those are God's people. First of all, to any of y'all that thinking that those are God's people, I will not serve the God that you all are talking about, because he is evil. Y'all have no idea what Zionism is. Y'all have no idea what war crimes are, because any time you are engaged in war and you turn off the electricity, the water, and food to your opponent, you have committed war crimes. So I'm gonna just be real. If y'all follow me, continue to follow this channel, cool. If you don't, I don't give a goddamn, because you're not worthy of the information that I'm giving you all. I'm giving you all the truth. I mean, uncut, unfiltered. Y'all might not like how I said, because I cuss a little bit here and there, but y'all have no clue. Y'all sitting up here not understanding that, guess what? You all here in America, as American taxpayers, We just gave Ukraine almost $300 billion. We give Israel $4 billion a year to practice war techniques, to develop weapons of war, to practice techniques on suppression and oppression, and they practice that on the Palestinians. This is your tax dollar. Guess what? Your incompetent ass President Joe Biden is about to give Israel $100 billion. Wait a minute. What about the people in Flint, Michigan, and Jackson, Mississippi, and East Palestine, Ohio, that don't have clean drinking water? Here in Freeport, here in Louisiana, we're facing a crisis where the salt water is polluting our rivers. Ain't none of y'all saying nothing about that. We need federal assistance for that. What about all the homeless people in America? Do y'all realize that for $300 billion, we could end homelessness overnight in America? But we done gave that to the Ukraine, and finna give all the money that we gave Ukraine, we finna double that, giving it to Israel, and the people of America is suffering. Do y'all realize how fucking silly you all sound? Because you all don't know the history of this conflict. You all thinking, well, the Palestinian that took, as of right now, 199 hostages. I'm not condoning that. No, I'm not saying that I agree with that. No. But guess what they finna do? They finna exchange those hostages for a Palestinian prisoners. Oh yeah. This is what's really going on, and we in America like to think we so goddamn smart. We are the dumbest fucking people on the planet because we have no clue about international politics and what's been going on around the rest of the world because we're so busy but in our gated communities, in our suburban areas, even in the ghetto. We're too busy in the ghetto. We're in the ghetto here in America, which is nothing more than a concentration camp. Don't y'all realize where the term ghetto come from? Come from the Jews. When they was in the ghetto in Warsaw, Poland, and other places. Do y'all really understand this? Y'all have no clue. I'm the one that y'all love to hate, but I'm the one that you need to come, that y'all come to when you want to find out the truth. Everything that black people, see, this is why white people in America, now, this is not a black and white thing, but I'm going to call this shit what it is. This is why white people in America are so gung-ho about about the Jewish people, and why niggas, black people in America, understand what the Palestinians are going through, because we are in ghettos here in America. We are in walled-off communities in America, depending on social income, depending on the government. Hey, Emmett Thomas, love you too, my brother. Black folks, we are the only people, black folks in America are the only people who can identify 100% with what the Palestinians going through, because we have been trapped and locked inside a ghetto. Now, you got some Negroes who have escaped the ghetto, but guess what? Them motherfuckers are no good for the people who left back in the ghetto. Now, you have some who have left the ghetto and who give back. But when we talk about the Palestinians, who is giving back to the Palestinians? Now, let me fast forward. Y'all sitting up here thinking this shit, Israel got the right to retaliate. Israel had no right, first and foremost, to retaliate against a group of people who, under the Geneva Convention, had every right by any means necessary. Remember Malcolm X said that? By any means necessary to defend themselves or to fight against their occupiers. See, y'all don't understand this. Again, if you thinking this shit just happened last Saturday, you'll never understand what's going on. Because Israel is an occupying force. Up under the Geneva Convention, the Palestinians have every right by any means. Now, unfortunately, Hamas created this situation. Now, Israel created this situation. Hamas responded. You all sit up here championing Israel and don't realize that if Israel go into the Gaza Strip with an invading force, trying to force them people out, do y'all realize Hezbollah? Oh, y'all don't even know who Hezbollah is. Y'all sitting up here thinking you know everything because you watch this goddamn mainstream media who are controlled by the military-industrial complex, who needs more war so they can get more of your tax dollars. Do y'all realize that once Hezbollah gets involved into this, now you got to deal with Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Iran, Iraq, Yemen, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates. Are y'all ready to go send your children to fight to help Israel destabilize the whole world, most importantly the Middle East? I didn't think so. So y'all need to start doing your historical research as opposed to listening to these motherfuckers on this TV telling you we got to support Israel unconditionally. Why the fuck should we? They're the ones who committed war crimes. Tragically as it was, what Hamas did was not a war crime. They had the right, the legal right to do what they did. Although it was tragic, and I'm not condoning it, they had the right to do what they did under the Geneva Convention because they are an occupied people. Go back and look at the map from 1948 of Israel. You see how all that green, that was Palestinian land, that whole country was Palestinian. The Palestinian, Jesus was born in Palestine. For you Christians who like to talk this Bible shit, but don't understand real history, this is the land where Jesus was born in. Palestinians have been there. Those people over there right now, remember the Bible in Revelation, I think is chapter 3, verse 9, say those who call themselves Jews, but are not, but they are of the synagogue of Satan. This is who y'all worshiping. This is who y'all are championing. Y'all want to talk about the few Israelis, and it's tragic that those Israeli civilians died, but how many Palestinian citizens died under the Israeli occupation in just the last 10 years? Almost 10 times as many people who was killed last Saturday. Man, this is why I come the way I come, because I don't have no respect for a bunch of motherfuckers who like to use that Bible or whatever religious text that you use, who like to look at the news and get their information. I don't have no respect for y'all because y'all have no knowledge of the fucking truth. Y'all have no knowledge of the truth. All y'all got is a bunch of propaganda. They're telling you this and that. Right now, we got 2 warships. We got 2 aircraft carriers and their fleet parked in the Mediterranean Sea. Really, what are they going to do? Because soon as Americans or Germans or anybody from the West set foot in Israel going into Gaza, you're going to invite, again, Iran. You're going to invite Syria. You're going to invite Lebanon. Are y'all ready to fight all these Muslim countries here in America? Are you ready to send your sons and daughters to die behind a bunch of fuck-ass people who are oppressing 2.1 million people? Half of that 2.1 million people, y'all, are children who are refugees in their own land. Y'all have no clue.